All right, the bear market's in. Sitting here eating noodles. Well, actually, it's mac and cheese, but uh, pretty bad. Got a beer. Actually, it's a pretty fancy one. Don't know how I could afford that. And we're gonna look at some shit because I think it's about time to dip the toes in the water. Um, so I might start looking from. Well, first of all, we'll look at the. We'll go macro, like the whole world, and then we'll zoom. We'll zoom right in here to the absolute shittest of shitcoins. But we got to start with the S&P 500. Look, it's not looking good. We're going to go all the way out to monthly candles here, just to get a kind of an idea of, yeah, like monthly candles I like for this sort of stuff. I mean, look, it's not terrible. This is 2008 here, global financial crisis. So, we might be, it does look eerily similar what's happening right now and what's happening in, especially like here. So it was at 2000. I mean, it's the exact same pattern. Is it going to go up? Is it going to crash straight down? No one really knows. Let's measure this just for shits and giggles. It's a 57% drop. It's not the end of the world. Actually, that was probably it. Almost the end of the world. The financial world, at least, but. Alright, so 57%. I'm thinking just already down 27. And the thing is that it just seems to be written, it just seems to be like, is this another 30% down? Because that's a 56% right there. This is around 20%. And the same thing shows up on every single chart. So we go to Bitcoin. Don't mind my lines. It probably doesn't make any sense. To be honest, it doesn't make much sense to me either. But I like drawing lines. Makes me feel good when they hit the target. Anyways, like we're down 80%, but from here to this next kind of level, which is down here, is 30%, I'm assuming. Yeah, like it's very close to 30%, 25, 26%. So, I mean, are we going to end up there? I'd say the likely situation is yes. Is it too early to start buying stuff? Probably. But, all these people you'll hear on YouTube a lot where it's, and on Twitter and stuff, like everyone's big on the DCA, but if you DCA on the wrong day, it can really, it might add another year or, yeah, something like that to, I mean, it can just wipe out so much profit. If you just DCA just randomly, just like, imagine you DCA'd right there and then or you DCA'd here. Yeah, I think you can look for at least some form of good entry instead of just randomly DCAing. But anyways, and this mark here is this line here is the historic length from the bottom of the bear market. Bottom of the bear market, or maybe it's the last. Yeah, from the last, what's that, 2013, 2017, and then measuring this distance and then adding it on again. So this should be around somewhere around the bottom, historically speaking, but looking at this, I mean, we've got we've got 3 months. This month's nearly over, so we've pretty much got 2 months, 1, 2, to get there. So, like, we're gonna need a steep ass sell-off for this to be the bottom. Whereas, yeah, it could take a little longer. So, I mean, Bitcoin's just not looking good. Everything looks like it just wants to fill this 30%. I mean, I can pick an absolutely random coin, VeChain. Just pick that out of the air, out of the side, and this is like the next point. So I go from there to around here. You know, it's 48%. Obviously the what's the word for 'em? The altcoins are going to sell off more. Bitcoin's going to sell off more than the S&P 500. And yeah, look at Tesla, absolutely getting wrecked. And they got a long way down to go. I mean, I don't even know. Yeah, Tesla's kind of in free fall, to be honest. I mean, there's a bit of support kind of stuff here, but I just don't think it's going to hold that. And, you know, you can go through, look at Amazon. Jeff Bezos told everyone to stop buying stuff, which is pretty bearish considering he owns the company that everyone buys stuff off. So, looks like it wants to fall over the edge too. Next support for that's, I mean, $20 or so, like solid support. So if we can't hold these levels, it's going to be quite interesting in the next couple of years. But anyways, what we're doing today is looking for stuff to buy for the next bull run. I'm not too concerned about Bitcoin and stuff like that. You know, Bitcoin might go to $100,000. Let me just calculate that. So yeah, it might go to $100,000 next bull run, which no one really knows what that is. That's a 6x from where we are now. Like, I mean, it's, yeah, how many years are you going to be sitting around waiting for a 6x? So, I mean, obviously, if you're just trying to preserve your wealth and stuff, maybe that's a good buy. But we got Twilio. This company's absolutely wrecked. But they do have a lot of money. They do have a lot of cash. And they, so even if these guys go bankrupt, hopefully they got enough cash to pay everyone out. I wouldn't buy it. Let's look at a few more stocks. Stocks are fun. Dick's Sporting Goods, almost at an all-time high. I don't understand this one. You know, like, who's going to be... It's a 10xer from 2020. Who's going to be buying sporting goods in... If this stuff does all play out where it's going to fill that gap, you know, the cracks will... What is it when the tide goes out? You find out who's been swimming naked or whatever that saying is. I think there'll be a lot of that if we do fill this 30% gap, kind of. And I just don't see Dick's Sporting Goods doing very well. And it's got a long way down to go, 70%, so, you know, could be a good short if you got the timing right, but problem with shorting things is, you know, if you're one day too early, you can lose all your money. Whereas if you're one day too early, being a holder and a buyer, not on leverage, you can't lose your money. You know, if you're one day too early, it's all good on the way up, but on the way down, it's a different story. Look at Disney here, kind of holding support, but it's this same kind of thing, like everything's right on the edge here. So we need to find some insulated investments. And to be honest, at the moment, yeah, it's going to be very difficult. Alright, now let's get into some of the newer things. So look at this chart. It pretty much tells you how many fees are being used on each chain. And then if we go over here, you can actually see how much transaction costs. So doing this math, we can work out what's getting used a lot. And just something that has caught my eye for the last couple weeks, and I'm sure I'm not the only one, is optimism. It's not new, but it's new enough that it's new enough that it hasn't really had a crazy run yet. And if you snagged it at the right time, it might not be for months though. Where is optimism? Quite early on this chart. Again, ignore my scribbles, but I kind of like this. Not today, but in you know, before try to get some in. That's what I mean, like dip your toes in, just buy a little bit here, just in case you know, the economy doesn't fall off a cliff. And you know, everyone's predicting this recession and stuff. Will it play out? Maybe. But is it already priced in? Maybe. So usually markets are pretty good at pricing things in. So I don't understand why a global recession, if it actually is on the cards, wouldn't already be priced in. I guess people might have like a bit of, you know, they might not think that it's possible, or yeah, they've still kind of got the mind state from the bull market, and they just think it's gonna be fine. But so we'll look at the gas fees. I don't actually think they've got, so I might have to do some Googling here. Oh no, you're gonna have to actually do some research. Optimism, gas fee price, I guess. Because I have absolutely no idea how expensive a gas fee is on Optimism. Optimism tax code, fee calculator. This one a transaction fee. So it's 7 cents. And then Matic's 4 cents, so it's actually quite a bit more expensive than Matic. Do I have to bust out an Excel spreadsheet here? Might have to. Let's get a new one here. Surely someone's done this on the internet, right? Gas fees adjusted for price, I guess. Wonder if I can go like total transactions on top of that. The tool. Surely I don't have to do this. This could be. Is this just Bitcoin though? It's pretty crazy looking at this too. Like some of these just like phantoms, $3,000 a day. It's really nothing. Near protocol, $901. Kusama. There's a few on here too that don't even make the list. So I wonder if this is a true list of everything. Yeah. So 7 cents. I got my 0.07. Let's call this. Let's first of all put it up against Matic 0.04. Let's round it. 53,000. Well, 53,300. And then for Polygons 28.4. false. Oops. Man, they're actually super close. It's interesting. Super close. But I mean, Optimism is like a newer chain. And it has that much people, transacting on it. Maybe just for out of interest, I'll grab Phantom as well. Yeah. Phantom. Yeah. Wow. We just rounded up to 2,000. And their gas fee was quite a bit lower though. 0.006. Well, 0.007. Let's pull this sideways. Yeah. I do like Optimism. I don't know why. I just because what's going to happen in the next bull run, whenever it is, Ethereum gas fees are going to get stupid expensive, and people are going to start using these layer 2s, and then the price of these will just skyrocket. There's also a good tool on here, the Crypto Flows, this one. See where stuff's actually going. Ethereum's just killing it, I mean, but Ethereum's kind of a no-brainer, I'd say. Not at these prices, but if it drops more. Over here, Optimism. Yeah, it's getting quite. They must have some good DeFi stuff over there. BNB, not a fan of Binance Smart Chain. There's just too much bullshit with doesn't even matter if it's true or not. There's just so much FUD and stuff around Binance. They've just got such a big target on their head at the moment. Yeah. And the dude's kind of in a bit of a monopoly situation if if other exchanges go down. So yeah, and it's also like what, $600 a token. I just don't think it's worth that. Look, the exported's nearly the same as the imported, whereas if you go over here, the imported's 800 times bigger. Yeah. So I like Optimism. I mean, let's go back to the chart here. It's just, I'd at least want to grab some down here. And I don't want to put in a limit order because I don't want to have my money sitting on an exchange waiting for a limit order. So I've kind of almost just got to wait to get a good entry. Actually, last night it dipped down quite a bit, but I was a bit late for that one. Another one I was looking at was Aptos. Seems to be similar to Solana, quite centralized. Where is it? I guess it's at the top. Yeah. This is this is only October 2022, so they launched in the literal Yeah, they launched at just the worst time. Have this huge Judas candle here. As this goes up to $100, man. I actually want to have a look at that on a 5-minute chart. See if you could have got in and out of that trade. Kind of think probably not. Actually, maybe the 5-minute was a little... Oh, fuck off. What is this? No. Can't go back that far. I'll go 30 minutes. Surely. Yeah. So that was in less than 30 minutes, that candle. So I'd say this candle here is not really... yeah. It's not really anything. And it's completely flatlined here, which is expected. I mean, I launched it one of the worst times. You know, this could be a good bet if we don't drop down this extra 30% or whatever, and we do start moving up. This has, you know, this is kind of, seems to be, you know, if these people haven't dumped their coins yet, I don't know why they would start dumping when the market gets better. So, I mean, if you haven't sold by now, yeah, something pretty bad's gonna have to happen for this extra 30% to get down, but not writing it off just yet. This is some medical company that are doing quite well. And then we got Phantom just absolutely getting hammered. You know, it's not a dead project, Phantom. I don't know if I have any dead projects in here. Gala's probably a great example, actually. Yeah, like this is dead. It's lower than it's ever been, just in absolute uncharted territory. So it's probably one to stay away from. You know, Phantom is holding. Yeah. Near's played pretty rack too, yep. This, like, a whole curve like this is just... I remember trading this in up here, and what was it, $14? Now it's less than $1. So Qcoin holding alright. So let's go back out to the monthly. The monthly chart just makes everything so much easier to kind of see where we're at. Go to Phantom on the monthly. It's not looking bad, but see, we've got this kind of gap that we're hanging off. And that's an 80% off. So, you know, if Bitcoin does drop another 30%, this is going down 80%, almost guaranteed. The Doge, look at how many times Elon Musk has tweeted about it. It's an Elon Musk tweet there, one there, one there. This was just insanity, this. I remember being, I think I had a 30x long in here somewhere. And it's some good times, but looking back on it, it's like pretty insane. Got ApeCoin. I'm bullish on this long term, but anyways, enough of looking at charts, and I think I want to get some optimism. Casper, I was looking at this. I think this is a bad project that on the outside looks like a good project. The more you dig in, the more it seems bad. Where are we here, Casper? Right, is it even on here? Have they even launched that? They may have not even launched their mainnet yet. Might actually have a look at that. If they haven't launched their mainnet, it could be a good buy. Yeah, okay, it is live. Yeah, not a fan of that one. Just sounds cool, Casper. But unfortunately, yeah. Cartesi. Not looking great. What happened here? Just an absolute... Wow. What was that? It's a nice little 120 XR. But I think that must be a mistake with the chart. What's gold doing? Being manipulated like usual. Yep. Hasn't done shit since 2011. Beautiful. What else? Netflix. Netflix is just so hated by people now. I just don't see how they survive. Let's get into the more degenerate side of things. The more riskier stuff. So a good example is for Aptos. You know, this is a brand new chain. A good way to get a leverage on this without actually taking leverage is buying some NFTs on Aptos. So I know Topaz is their marketplace. Okay, so if you can get like find an OG project here, it costs like $40 now, and when they run, if Aptos does good, these things could run pretty crazy. I know this is kind of seems like a bit of an OG project in the making, but the art's absolute dog shit, man. I don't know what portals means. What does portals mean? Yeah, not a fan of the art. I like these. I like the art on these, and I like the name, I like the marketing, and I like, yeah, if the devs aren't really, yeah, if the devs can kind of not rug, I think they could do pretty well. Never go wrong with pixel art. It's just, yeah, makes a cool profile picture. And maybe we should, you know, dip our toes into a bit of optimism here. Even though the charts not great, but it's not far away from this level that it keeps bouncing off. That would have been an awesome candle to get it on. And then there's also Solana, which just had a massive hit because of the whole FTX thing, and just FTX is just such a big investor in Solana. And I'm sure a lot of the projects over there had a lot of money in sitting in FTX because they're probably given like good rates and stuff. So, I mean, the volume here is just insane. Like, oh, that's the total volume. But even the 24-hour, like, compared to other chains, it's quite significant. I've actually got some shit I want to get rid of. I got one of these. I don't see this project doing well. Might just floor it. Yeah, let's floor this fucker. It's so much junk in here. Where is it listed? This is all the remnants of the bull market. All the absolute dog shit that I never sold. Let's go in here. Hello? How do I fucking change the price? You know, you gotta you gotta bail out when you can with NFTs. So 1.4, yep. Before the liquidity dries up, this one's kind of rare, so hopefully I can get rid of it quick. Look at the activity here. That's not great. Someone kind of swept. Wow, swept a few. These bad boys. Can never go wrong with this project. Might actually buy a few of these. Yeah, let's grab a few of these. Sweep 3 of them. This project just never dies. It's just like a meme, like the art's absolute shit. But, I mean, if they haven't dumped by now, I think these things just kind of, these things are, you know, this is a better investment than fucking the S&P 500 at the moment by the looks of things. Because these things have been through some rough times, and they're still alive. So it's cleaned up the floor there. Oop, how did I get disconnected? Can I get rid of that Mara? Come on, dude. This is one of the problems with Solana. There we go. No, there we go. Back in. Did I just get like sandwich attacked or something? No, I got 6 of them now. Alright, we're good. We're looking good. Get some absolute rug pulls. It's pretty much a rug pull that. It's a rug pull. That was just absolute. That was dumb. That was a rug pull too. That was a first day rug pull. Like they minted and then just rugged straight away. Which is a bit of a rarity. This here was my first NFT on Solana, I think. It's a free mint. Kinda surprised this guy's still here. I mean, I could just dump it for 1.35 right now, but see what happens. Someone might scoop it. It's quite a rare one, 2,800 compared to these other ones. Yeah. I don't want it anymore. Go back to Topaz. Looking at some of these bears. Bought a couple of these at 7 or 6 or so, and they just steadily keep going up. I think there's a lot of, people kind of betting on the chain. And just scooping them. So see where that ends up. Like, this is a bet. I'm not buying these and I'm not gonna buy these and sell them on a double or something like that. Or maybe on a double. We'll see it. We'll see when we get there. But these could go to 0, and it's no biggie. That is kind of factored in when I bought it. That there is a definite chance these could go to 0. I guess like any NFT, but some you can kind of have a little bit of faith in. And now that we've gone all the way out to the inside here, let's have a look at I'm a big fan of the 30-minute chart too. I don't really know why. Love the 30-minute and the 1 month. It seems like such a bad time to buy, but I might scoop a little bit. Going against what I said at the start. This just gets me so bullish that this and that Polygon's so hyped. And maybe optimism is too, like, within the circles, but I don't hear nearly as much about optimism than I do Polygon. It is more expensive. This is not great, but the gas fees, the fees that is, but I mean, all these Polygon optimism, you're sacrificing security for time, and there's the trilemma of crypto. It's either fast, secure, or cheap. It can't be all three. It can be 2 of the 3, but it can't be all 3. So yeah, these are all kind of fighting for that spot of like the fast, cheap option. Whereas Ethereum's expensive. It's not slow, but it's not fast. And it is secure. Bitcoin is slow, super secure, and super cheap. And the gas fees aren't, or they're not even gas fees. The fees aren't too expensive. So yeah. I literally could have bought yesterday. That was yesterday, yeah. And I was like, I'll buy it down here. So let's see how big that move is. It's 6%. It's not bad. It's weird. I'm like, I could either short this or just buy some to hold. Alright, now let's go into the real shit coins. I've been looking at Vito, very special dragon. This is some ridiculous shit. I mean, buying like, see this move? That's a 15% move, and that was all because someone sold $2,000 worth. Super low liquidity. This is like a bet. This is, yeah, this could go to zero so quick. But I got a little bit of money in there, not enough to sweat over. And yeah, so I might grab a little bit of optimism, but this just turned into me wanting to buy optimism video. Hex is absolutely wrecked. I feel like this will come back though in the next bull run. Richard Hart is not going anywhere. I love him, I hate him. Nah, it looks like a pretty good time to buy. Sitting right here. It did work down there. See, this would be a smarter buy than the optimism one, just based on the chart. I don't see this going up anytime soon either. And I can definitely see it coming down here, which again is probably around that 30-40% mark. Yeah, 40%. So maybe I should just short Dick's Sporting Goods. It looks like it wants to just do this again. Bit of a double top. Let's have a look and see what's really. I think I just sold that NFT. Possibly. Oh. Yeah, I did. I don't like Stripe. The fuck is that? Sweet, so we got a little bit of Solana that we could sweep some more. I just feel so confident about this. I honestly could just sweep another few of them. Maybe I should bridge some money over to something else, but is there anything kind of, I don't know. I mean, I almost guarantee these are just going to keep slowly bleeding. I don't think there's too much bullish going on about them. It was a bad trade. So just kind of bored and wanted to mint something. So I've got like maybe one Solana in here now. Alright, now I got two. Let's sweep a few frogs with that. Another one I want to look at too is Hedron. It's still the same kind of. I mean, everything's just so correlated, unfortunately. Probably best just to sit on your hands and wait, but you know, you gotta start getting some money in the market at some point. if everyone thinks it's going to go down another 30%, and everyone's already sold, and there is no catalyst for people to sell, well, it's not going to go down 30%. So Spirit's up a little bit. Look at that for a chart, straight down. Didn't even catch a pump at all. Remember having this was like $30 at one point, or yeah, it was quite up there. Luckily I got out of this before the lunar collapse, but I mean, that's what you should do it the other way. Yeah, even from this low to there, it's like a 10xer. Yeah, this optimism's just got me real bullish on just that one coin. I'm afraid if I don't, I don't want to FOMO. Cruiser, get down. Yeah, I don't want to FOMO, but I feel like I can FOMO a little bit and then double down, triple down if it goes lower, and then leave it there. It's kind of my approach. It's not like, I don't really DCA, I'm more like to double or triple down on things and then just call it there. If I've tripled down on something and it's still going down, maybe my analysis is wrong at that point. I'm not going to keep DCAing until, I don't believe that strongly in any of these projects that I'd be keen to do anything like that. Alright, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to find my phone and I'm going to chuck in a 50 Australian dollars, so it's probably, what is that, 30 or so American dollars, so fuck all. And just start to build a position there. And I actually have to, get it off the chain. I think you can, since it's a layer 2, you can just add it to MetaMask. Oh, you can just add it like that. Wow. Nice. Well, actually, I wonder if Optimism is on Ledger. Yep. Sweet. So I might buy some of this and send it over to my Ledger for the long hold. but I might do that off stream. Binance. Literally holding nothing in Binance. I would strongly urge everyone to hold custody of your own money. You know, Binance isn't even an exchange. They say they're an exchange, but they're actually a broker. Would you ever leave your stuff at any, like, especially your money, at any broker or even on the exchange? It's just, yeah, it's just not the place for your money to be sitting. Okay. I have a pair in there. Yeah, and these, you know, every time I do a big transfer on Binance, it just freaks me out that they're gonna go down the second that I transfer on there, or my funds won't be able to come off. And they're a good payment rail. Like, you can get your money from crypto into your bank account within 1 minute, but that's the only thing it should be used for. I want to trade this. Whoops. So starting to build the position with the knowledge and the you know, I think there is quite a high likelihood that stuff goes down another 30%, but it may just be a wick. Like, if it wicks down, then it's not really, you know, you're not going to be able to buy down there anyways. So, and you know, what's 30% in crypto? You just got to keep taking what you think are good bets, and you'll find out pretty quick if they are. So now we can trade this with optimism. We get it straight off here. And this is slow, it's because I got that open. Price and optimism. God damn it. It'll wick come up just as I buy it. And then we'll withdraw it straight onto the MetaMask. And I probably, well, actually I won't do that now because I send it to my ledger, because this will be a bit of a longer hold. So we got that. So I think that'll be a good start to, you know, dip the toes in. And I think this thing's doing, yeah, I was actually expecting a big drop here, because a couple of days ago you could have bought this and sold it for another token, and you got 5 times more of the other token, and it just pumped the price of this token. But now obviously it's come back down, and I don't know what the other token did, but I think it was called ASIC. Yeah, this is it. Interesting to see this did. Yeah, it's the exact same kind of pattern. So, there are still, I mean, this probably isn't a great example, but there are still these like isolated pockets of good trades, generally in low liquidity kind of tokens and stuff at the moment. This, made its all-time high a couple of days ago. Because there's no bankers that are considered, no one's buying Pulse Dogecoin who is even remotely thinking about a financial crisis or something. Is this people having fun? Which I think is it sucks when you see stuff like this, like 1inch.io. Granted, this token probably absolutely does nothing, but like, it's a good project. One of the other ones is Arweave. It's kind of sad when like Arweave is like such a good project, and it actually does something like revolutionary, and the chart just goes down, and then you get Dogecoin, which is just has these massive pumps that does absolutely nothing, but it just is what it is. Like, I really like this project, but I probably just won't buy it just because of this. And yeah, that's what Zero did. Yeah, I think I might load up on some CRO, like in a few months, maybe 3 or 4 months, once everything's played out. Like, we should know in 3 to 4 months if we are gonna if it is gonna be a recession or a depression or whatever it is. We should know by then. And this company, it is super centralized, has all the problems that any other exchange does, but I absolutely love the card that you get if you stake with this. I made so much money. I like bought over here somewhere, and everything I bought with the card, I got 2% cash back in this token. So it was like, yeah. So if I spent $50, I'd get $2 of this token, and it pumped from 9 cents up to 50 cents. And, it doesn't sound like a lot. 2% of like everything you buy. I was just putting it all on that card, and like, you get 2%, and then that 2% would like double because the price will go up. So, but I know they have changed the reward program because I think they were giving away a little bit too much. Super inflationary, like crazy Ponzi-nomics kind of stuff. But if you get in and out in the right times, it's it's a massive risk, but I think it's one you can take, considering that the card, you only got to stake. I think I first staked it was only like $200 or something worth. I think now it's a little bit more, but yeah, that's one of the coins I did the best on in the bull market. I just got in at such a good time. It's in here somewhere, actually. I don't know if it was before that or after that, but yeah, it was good. And then I unstaked, got it out. It's probably around here when I got out, and she fucking dumped. And they didn't go bankrupt, which is good, because there was definitely a lot of concerns going around that they might have. XRP just doing its thing. I'd actually be interested to look at a monthly chart on this. Yeah. Everything's down in the dump, so XRP will survive. very obvious that pump and dumps. Sand would probably look like, oh, sand's actually holding up quite well. Wow. This sandbox land is like a really awesome concept, but no one uses it. Let's go back to EOS. Not a great example. Not a great example either. I got rid of most of the really bad looking stuff. Stuff that I thought wasn't going to make it back. But I just see Gala. Gala's just got one of those charts. You see him? And it's like a, yeah, that's the exact chart of like something that Gala's early. They were like early into the gaming thing. Was it even on the blockchain? I don't know, probably not. So, you know, are they actually even a gaming company? I mean, like blockchain gaming? Maybe they are now, but back then they weren't. All these exchange DEX coins just always get hammered. There seems to be no real upside for them. Like we can look at oneinch.io, which is such a great website. Such good utility, and the chart looks like absolute dog shit. I wonder if, I'm pretty sure Uniswap's the same. Yeah. Oh no, Uni's not too bad. But these tokens don't have anything to do with the project, which is something kind of weird. You know, you'd think that the Uniswap token would have something to do with Uniswap, but it actually doesn't. It has nothing to do with the project at all. It's just like almost like buying, yeah, a stock or something, but the stock doesn't actually have anything to do with the company. It's kind of weird. Yeah, QuickSwap's another one of those just straight down kind of DEX. All the DEXs for some reason just because they just inflate so crazy to pay out yield. Thought this was interesting, Bonfida. It took a massive dump. This is a naming service on Solana. I don't know if they got hacked. They may have got hacked actually, because I just don't know why it would sell off that hard. Yeah, they got hacked. That kind of makes me want to buy. This is the naming service for Solana. Have a look at this chart. Might be too late to the party here. Probably would have been good to buy just after the hack. You know, a bit of disaster capitalism. Which is always good, especially in NFTs and stuff. Yeah, we would have made a nice 2x in that. When did the hack happen? So we just straight back to where it was, I guess. What day was this? 4th of August. Yeah, when the hell did they get hacked? They got hacked ages ago. Why the hell did it dump that hard, man? Maybe FTX had a bunch of it. That would make sense too. Anyways, it's an interesting one. Seems to be quite a... Yeah, this doesn't happen without a reason. But it wasn't that original hack. Alright, let's go. Let's just figure this out real quick. So it started selling off on the 7th of November. Crypto Twitter. Gonna have to scroll back quite a while, I guess. December. Jeez, they tweet a lot. Is this still the fucking same day? Oh my god. Seventh of November. There must be a reason for this. There's no way. Actually, 7th of November, this might be directly... This might be the day that the FTX thing happened. Still cruising. Right. This is, yeah, they must have been involved in the FTX thing. Whoops. Alright, that's the reason. A quarter of Vita supply is now in the alleged FTX hacker account. Send it to Subsense. Interesting. I wonder if this... Yeah, things like this can be a massive opportunity. Yeah, a lot of uncertainty can bring down the price way past where it should be. It's not too happy about it. Yeah, maybe that is a little bit too dodgy to buy into. I think I'll leave that one. Fuck. Oh, I gotta get Christmas shopping tomorrow. Alright, so I got some optimism. Not optimism in the market, optimism the coin. I don't like the name. I wish this project was called Casper and Casper was called Optimism, because Casper just sounds cool. And honestly, like, shit like that matters so much in crypto, as dumb as it is. You know, just having a cool name. It's probably half the reason why Solana pumped. I don't know about that, but so I got some optimism here. We'll see how this plays out. It's not looking too bad, to be honest. This is what worries me. That we're kind of pushing into the bottom of that. And people that bought here literally yesterday are already up 5%. Someone could have got a nice, you know, bit of leverage on that and done and ready to dump. So we'll see how that turns out. And you know, if this goes down another 30%, which it definitely could, and we do hit these levels down here, these levels down here, I'll be ready to buy some more. And then even, actually no, that's the level there. This is just kind of a hope we bounce off level, but the actual levels probably more down here, 25%. So I'll be putting more in down there. Say it goes down 30%, I'll be putting more in, and I'll be putting, so I was only $50, I'd probably be putting in $200, $300, $400, and then have another 400 to put in. And if it's still going down after that, I'll just hold it until, you know, until the narrative changes and I find out it's an absolute dogshit project, and then I'll sell it at a fucking 50% loss or whatever it is, and move on to the next one. Because you can't win them all, and if you try to win them all, you'll lose them all. Something like that. So we're sitting in this crazy, like, weird kind of range here. Guess it's still connected to that. I don't like it when it like bends up like this. It's usually a dump coming. When it bends down like this, it's usually a pump. Bull flag, bear flag kind of thing. Like, you see how it goes up and up and up, and then it just dumps. And then if we go over here where it's pumping, it's generally the opposite, where it goes down and then up, down then up, down then up. In a downtrend, it's usually an early indicator that it's going to keep dumping. Up and down, up and down, up and down. And now we've really quite, like, I guess that is up. I guess we're making a new flag here, so we'll see what happens. This could just be one big flag. I'd like to see it go kind of down this way. Nice soft landing, and then hopefully this marker is somewhere near the bottom, because this is the historical line. I just don't see how it goes down this far. I guess if we go, let's do a little bit of measuring. So it's 124 days. Actually, what am I doing? This is super unscientific here, but I'll do it anyways. So it's 77 days. Let's go 77 days this way. We'll go up. There. So yeah, it is 20%, so if we do another 20% move down, that would kind of get us close, but it's still not quite. Like, we need a big wick like this. I mean, I don't know why I'm saying this after I just bought some crypto, but I think that's literally what we need now, is this one last wick down, and then hopefully the actual and then hopefully this doesn't turn into a 2008 situation, but it sure is looking like it. I mean, how similar this looks to this, and we might have like a bit of a run. How many days is this? Oh, that's fucking ages. That could be the best case scenario. I always get messed up when I go to financial charts like this. Like, these charts go back to like the 30s. I'm used to charts that like start in 2013 max. Yeah, like that's the 1950s. So yeah, maybe the best case scenario is something like this. I guess that's the dot-com bubble. Wow, that's the dot-com bubble. This last kind of 2 years, a lot of stuff similar to the dot-com bubble from what I've read about the dot-com bubble, and that's it. 3 year down before we start moving up again. Yeah, the thing about dot-com bubble and crypto is like no one actually wants to, well, in crypto NFTs and stuff, no one actually wants to do anything on the roadmap, and they don't actually want to execute because it'll never meet the expectations that people have. It's the same thing with the dot-com bubble. Like, they didn't want people to actually start to put their business. Yeah, they didn't want them to do any of the financials because then it would never actually level up to the hype that they can make. You can always promise more than you can actually do, and that's exactly kind of what's happened in the last year or two. So I mean, if this is what's playing out now, that's two. Let's say how far into this are we? We're a year into it. To bring us there. Let's try to keep that. We could still have another. Let's go to the absolute Pico bottom here. Go that way. The Pico bottom was this candle. So we could still have another, year and a half to go before we hit a bottom, which probably no one wants to hear. And then optimism ain't coming back from that. I mean, it will come back, but my $50 will probably be worth, $5. So we'll reassess in a month or two and see if we double down. If the actual stock market's going to shit, I probably will wait a little longer to double down, but yeah. And there is always the chance that this pumps. There's going to be so many people ready to take money, even on double, even on like a 30% move at this point. People are just, ready to lock in profit, which isn't the case in a bull market. So, anyways, hopefully this plays out good. Confidence level not very high, but you got to start putting money in somewhere. If we do have a 2008 situation, let's just go back here. This is the best situation for people of my age, is to have something like this. If you have cash, that is. Unfortunately, not too many people are going to have cash just sitting around at the bottom of this. But if you, that's what these big candles. This one here and this one. It's a couple of months, 2 months, and it's done this crazy, sell off here. So if you can put your money in anywhere around here, you're good. And it would have been, so hard to do at that time. There would have been people saying you're crazy, the world's going to end, yada yada. And then look what happens. And it'll probably play out exactly the same again. Or at least very similar. Like last year, everyone's saying, it's going to 1 million Bitcoin, which is just absolutely ridiculous. Now, the same people, probably the same people now that are like, I'd never, Bitcoin's dead, it's going to zero. And yeah, neither of those things are true. I think if something really bad happened, something really bad that could happen would be like actual something to do with the internet getting switched off, but yeah, to be honest, at this point, I don't even know how bad that would be for humanity as a whole. Would probably be pretty wild, but and anything short of that, honestly, Bitcoin's not going anywhere. They'll just fork the network. They'll just fork it, move it. Yeah, it's not going anywhere, that's for sure. And you can quote me on that. Spirit's having a real pump. The only reason I look at Spirit is because I got some liquidity. That I've had no liquidity pool in here for so long, and it had Terra Luna in it, so it got pretty wrecked. And then I put some more in, and that's just a long-term hold that makes fees and stuff for providing liquidity, but it's just been sitting there for years. It's like the remnants of the bull market, like my wallet from Magic Eden, all the leftovers from the bull market that I didn't sell in time. I'm not gonna bother taking it out. Got a bit of Solana. Could be good to load up on a bit of Solana, I think. But then again, there's the whole FTX thing. Apparently they have an absolute bag of Solana. They could dump at any point. So anyways, I think I'll leave it there. It's just a bit of a look at everything from the S&P 500 all the way down to, what was it called? Veto. This is the funniest. It's just so insane how low liquidity this is. Like these $200 buys here. Oops. These little buys here, $600, that move the price quite a bit. So see what happens with this. This is definitely a pump and dump, but I'm in it for the lols, and this is like putting a lotto ticket on. A lot of Ponzi-esque type stuff is exactly the same as gambling. And I don't actually think there's a problem with it, as long as everyone who's in it knows that that's the case. It's like everyone that buys a lotto ticket knows they're not going to become, it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's it's gambling. It's just, you're just having a bet. You don't put your fucking life savings into shit like this. I mean, the amount of slippage you got to pay to even get in and out of this, you need like a 20% move to even break even. So I think there just needs to be more kind of awareness around that. Doge is a little bit different now. It's still an absolute shitcoin and whatever, but it's got a community and it has enough liquidity that you don't eat as much slippage. But it's kind of a cool website. Dog's trading bar. Oh, that's not good. Steep decline. November 2022. That's weird. That's the month that FTX shit happened. I think that's just a sign that like any publicity is good publicity. Like the FTX thing happens and everyone's like, oh shit, start trading. Actually, I guess that might make sense just because everyone's taking their stuff off centralized exchanges and putting them into decentralized stuff. It's kind of cool. You can actually make SQL. I can make my own code, my own charts, some SQL. Safe means $33 million. This is the dude that made that Safe Moon, which was Ponzi. It's kind of interesting. Dude, I love this website. Open volume, OpenSea dominance. Suki's doing some numbers. What's that? Oh, that counts for dogs. Twig fight, dude, I gotta hang out here more often. What the hell is this? Twig fight Agni. Oh, this is that weird Chinese thing. I was looking at this the other day. I have no idea what this is, but it's all in Chinese, and it seems like an absolute pump. I don't know where to buy it. I don't know. Yeah, like I looked into it and it was all in Chinese, but it looks like it's pumping like crazy. Yeah, I like this website. Yield Robot. What chain is this on? Is this dude's personal wallet? Or what? I don't know what that is. Something to do with optimism. Oh, optimism. I wonder if there's a chart for that. Oh, there is a chart. Daily. I mean, this is so bullish. If we don't go into a recession, this shit's gonna pump. Everything's up to the right. Interesting. I think I'll leave it there. It's a cool website. I have to. Uh, it just seems like a bunch of people can just make their own little, specific charts, and it's probably everything you can think of on here. It's a TwitFi again. Damn, I gotta say, I gotta buy some of this. I don't know what it is. It's all in TwitFi. It's probably a massive pump and dump. Massive Chinese pump and dump. So this could get out of hand. Yeah, it's all in Chinese. That's it. Oh, it's an NFT. Oh, I like it. Bit of pixel art. What is medicine? Why is it so cheap? Wait up. I want a bird though, I don't want medicine. Yeah, I want one of these fuckers. Alright. Chick. 0.07, what's that? Fuck all. Might have to get one of these. Literally, just based on how much I've seen it recently. It's $85. It's not actually that cheap. Look at it though. I don't know what they do. Never look here. 0.9% listed. Just tweet with TwitFi and tokens. No special app is needed. You can tweet with Twitter app as usual. Problem with this is this floor price really doesn't represent. We had a bit of a dip down here. So 0.07 does actually seem kind of expensive. I want one. Oh, that was with that filter on. I don't know why I could just see these fucking pumping hard. Don't know anything about them though. Get down to 0.03. 0.9. Buy one of these fuckers. Pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. It's animated. Yeah, they're on quite a pump though. wonder how much these... Oh, an egg. Let's get an egg and then wait for it to hatch. Right, maybe I shouldn't buy into this that I have literally no idea what it does. And it's dumping. Yeah, I might leave that one. Anyways, I'm gonna leave it there before I start buying chickens. Alright, see you later.